everyone, it's Catherine. I'm back in my childhood room today. I made a video back at home here about a year ago. It was all about 10 things I wish I knew before college. That was made after I finished my freshman year at USC, but now after having finished my second year at USC, I realized I told you guys some things that weren't exactly 100% true. Things do change as you progress through college, so I wanted to make an update video about 6 things I was wrong about for college. Number 1, food. When I was coming into college, the huge stigma was the freshman 15, worrying about that because you do have pretty much unlimited access to food, at least at USC your freshman year. And I never experienced any sort of freshman 15 just because, I was eating about the same as I always had in high school. But I will say food changes a little bit when you're not on a dining plan anymore. I thought it'd be fine all of my years of college. But my sophomore year, I started paying for my own food, doing my own grocery shopping, making my own meals, deciding when I was going to eat out, and it got a little complicated, mainly just because cooking your own groceries at home can be a little dangerous. You end up not using most of the stuff you buy because as a single person, to use a whole jar of pasta sauce was just not feasible, and ended up with a lot of food waste. So the alternative was buying pre-made food at Chipotle or whatever. And that turned out not to be the best because it's a lot more expensive than buying yourself your own groceries. So I was always in this constant strain of do I buy my food? Do I make my food? How do I get the cheapest option? And something I really came to rely on was Postmates. If you haven't downloaded the Postmates app, I'll have it linked down below. Go ahead and do that. It's completely free, so you can check out the interface and see if it's offered in your area. It's offered in most metropolitan cities. And especially for a college student, I didn't always want to cook my food because it takes so much time. But I also didn't want to have to bike all the way to a restaurant just to pay a ton for a tip or anything. So I have opted to use Postmates a lot of the time, especially if I just need a few grocery items. I can Postmates milk, I can Postmates olive oil if I need it, and just get quick little errands. And a lot of times Postmates has some bomb deals where they will have free yogurt for that day and all you have to do is pay delivery. But I have a code for you all, so if there ever becomes a deal where you get free ramen or free smoothie, you can use my code Katherout to get free shipping / free delivery on that item. So you're gonna get a totally free first encounter with Postmates. Really have loved it. Very convenient. It solved a lot of my internal food crises my sophomore year, so that quickly turned around from what was happening freshman year. Number 2. In that video I made a year ago, I was saying that I get way more sleep in college than I do in high school. Guess why that was? It was because I was taking classes that started at 12 p.m. So my econ class from my freshman year started at 12 p.m. I think my earliest class was at 10 a.m. So I didn't wake up until 9:30. And that quickly eroded my schedule because I realized I don't have a lot of time in the day to be sleeping in for hours and hours in the morning and not doing anything until 12 p.m. So this year, I made the disciplined choice to take classes at 8 a.m., which sounds psycho for a lot of you, especially if you're in college. 8 a.m.s are the thing to be avoided. But it ended up freeing up a lot of time in my day so I wasn't as stressed out about having too many things to do. But it did resolve in me getting less sleep, especially because when I was doing YouTube videos, sometimes I would come back late at night and edit my vlogs or my Vlogmas videos. So I didn't get as much sleep this year as I previously thought. Sleep is very important to me and my mental stability, so I'm going to work on getting more regimented sleep this coming year. Number 3, in that freshman year video, I said that my bank account actually rose instead of, stay the same or fall like it did in high school. Not the case for my sophomore year. Since I was living off campus, I ended up doing a little more driving, a little more exploring LA, so gas costs definitely factored into it. I did a few too many Disneyland trips, and making that commute back and forth definitely did drain my little Camry's tank more than I expected, so I was spending money on gas. Like I said, I was spending money on groceries. I was going out to museums and having adventures, and a lot of times I was investing in experiences and not investing in just material consumer goods or anything. But I will say I did work a few more hours these past semesters to make up for, you know, the food expenses, the gas expenses that I wasn't paying for my freshman year. So I was wrong about that as well. Sorry, everyone. Number 4, I was wrong about getting through college in 4 years. At least at USC, which is a private school, I'm actually on the track to graduate in 3 years. So when I'm a junior, I'll technically be a senior. So I get to take a full 2 semesters early and not pay that tuition, which is very, very helpful just because of the number of units I brought in from high school. My advisor let me know that I could do that. But I know tons of people that are graduating a semester early. I do know people that graduated a year early. I know someone that could actually graduate in 2.5 years if you took summer school classes. And there are people that graduate in 4.5 years or 5 years or do a master's their senior year. Like, there are so many unconventional options. It's not like high school where almost everyone comes in their first semester freshman year and leaves their last semester senior year. People come in as transfers, they come in the spring instead of the fall, so your college time isn't super strict. You might have friends leaving you early, you might leave your friends early like I am doing, so I was a little bit wrong about being the class of 2018. Instead, I'm a class of 2017 technically. Number 5, we have all been indoctrinated by movies and by magazines and by stories that college is like strictly hookup culture. Very much a buzzword. You think that when you're going to frat parties and when you're going to meet people at the dining hall, no one's going to want to be in like a committed relationship until way down the line, like senior year, when they're looking at their actual long-term future. But as you all know, I am dating someone. I've been in a relationship for over a year, and never would I ever have expected to be in a relationship in college. I was like, this is the time to focus on me, just do my academics, not going to worry about anyone else. There's no way anyone would want to date someone. It's all about hookups in college. Totally wrong. There are some mature guys and girls out there that, you know, potentially you do have the opportunity to date, so don't discount the opportunity to actually be committed to someone. It can be a huge help to have someone that's always there for you, always supporting you through college, as there are some turbulent times. So don't dismiss the opportunity to be in a relationship, but also hookup culture is real. So there is that two-sidedness. I thought there was only one side to it, and I was wrong about that. Last on my list of things I was wrong about and I'm owning up to was that I wouldn't be homesick at all. I did sleepaway camps almost every single summer throughout elementary, middle, and high school, so I was away from home quite a bit. I went on travel trips with my orchestra where I was gone from home, so I had a little bit of experience with that. Didn't think I was homesick at all. Throughout freshman year, like, really wasn't too homesick. I didn't really go home for more than like a few days. And my sophomore year, after being gone from home the entire summer after my freshman year, I miss it so much. I'm only here in this room for like 3 weeks this summer, and I'm dreading leaving. Like, I absolutely love home. I love my family. I've become so much more family oriented through college because you really do appreciate and value how much they did sacrifice and did give you to raise you, and how much you are like your parents. Like, I credit my parents with like all of my attributes. Like, they are wonderful people, and I know a lot of my friends at college love going home if they can on the weekends, and love taking their time to be at home for winter break. It truly is really special because you're not really sure exactly how much after college you'll be able to take off weeks from work just to spend time at home. So not that I'm like constantly crying about not being at home, but I do feel nostalgia and do feel the inklings of like, wow, I really wish I were with my family right now at home. So definitely take some time to appreciate how much your parents have given you. There we go. I've owned up to all of my lies. They were not lies purposefully. Things do shift in college. If there's one takeaway from this video, it's to not be narrow-minded when it comes to college. Just because your freshman year went one way, do not expect your sophomore year to go the same. Things do shift. Be open to it. College is a super valuable experience, and I wish you all the best. Thank you all for watching. Check out my other college videos in this playlist up above. But I'll see you all next time. Subscribe below. Katherout.